Now, I live a very interesting life because I have a lot of communication from a lot of you lovely people out there. But for this recording, I would like to single out one particular very insistent, very stubborn person who has been communicating with me virtually every day. Okay? The subject of his communication, the ghost of Chris Msando. In fact, the latest, during the demonstration yesterday, he told me that it is true. Chris, it's really true. Yeah? The ghost of Chris Msando himself was spotted amongst the demonstrators. Yeah? He only disappeared after the cops threw the tear gas to disperse people. Now, anyway, so, and he also, many other stories, like the story about an IBC official responsible for, who was involved in the disappearance of Chris Msando. The man was having a meal at the Serena Hotel. Suddenly, I don't know, he looked up, somebody called him. Then when he looked back, his plate had vanished into thin air. And this man assures me these are all true stories. Chris, bwana, hii ni ukweli kabisa. Yeah. So, as a good journalist, I know I've laughed, but as a good journalist, what you need to do, I was trained many years ago. Don't write off, even if something sounds very ridiculous. Yeah, just follow it up. So what I did, I decided to do a brief follow-up. I went and did research of ghosts, yeah, especially revenging ghosts. And I found out some absolutely amazing things that I want to share with you. Avenging ghosts, or ghosts that come back for their revenge, are known all over the world. Very many communities, very many cultures the world over have avenging ghosts and recognize avenging ghosts. These are ghosts which come back. They have been killed in a brutal way and fair way. Justice has not been done. They come back to seek justice. Okay? We've even had some very stranger than fiction cases where a person is murdered, and after it's murdered, it looks like the killer will get away scot-free. And then some strange things start happening, yeah, all attributed to the ghosts. Those strange things lead to the police actually stumbling on the truth and arresting the killer. Yeah, we've had cases. There are very many cases. If you Google, you will see numerous cases of that. Now, my question was, is this what is happening in Kenya? Yeah. So I've made a list which I want to share with you in comparison to my research, what I've done, what normally happens with spirits which are out to revenge. Now, number one, it is widely recognized that when a person dies before their time, their spirit or their soul or whatever wanders on the earth, because ijafika time yao ya kwenda, yeah, so they are still around amongst us. Okay, they cannot communicate and speak to us, but according to people who know these things, they can create mischief. Yes, they can cause things to happen, etc., etc. Okay, that's scary, isn't it? The other thing I've learned is that where revenging spirits are concerned, they will normally bring a lot of misunderstanding. Let's say if somebody dies in a family, maybe a family plotted to have and murdered one of their own. What will happen after this person is buried? The ghost will come back and it will cause just its presence will cause a lot of misunderstanding amongst the people who plotted together to kill them in the first place. Are we seeing that in the Msando case? Oh yes, and that is scary. We all know there's been a lot of misunderstanding amongst the IBC folks. There are a lot of misunderstanding, leaked letters, and even within there's been a lot of infighting. Yeah, so that as far as that is concerned, that actually works out, or rather that checks out. Okay. Now it is also said that there's a change of character. The people involved, there's a change of character in them. Why? Because these people are haunted. Yeah, that ghost actually does not let alone these people. It keeps on coming to them, appearing to them. They're looking into a mirror, they see the guy behind them. They're about to go to sleep, they dream about the guy. Yeah, they go down a dark alley, they see the guy waiting for them at the end of the alley. And so on and so forth. So what happens is that a person's character completely changes. They become very stressed, their smile disappears, and if they had an accent before, mzungu twang, it disappears. They just change. Yeah, if you compare the interviews before the death of that person and after, you just see very clearly this is a man who is under stress, this is a man who's under pressure. Yeah, has that happened in our case? Oh yes, and I'm sure you know the ABC official I'm referring to. Or if you don't, just go and go back to the old clips, check amongst the top officials, nani amechange sana, nani siku hizi a smile, and so on and so forth. Okay. The other thing quoted as a sign that a ghost is at work is abnormal animal behavior. Yeah, you'll see a dog which normally sits at a certain spot at night, changes the spot. You'll hear a dog making funny noises at night. Yeah, sometimes the dog is barking at something which is not there. Yes, sometimes you could even have things like bee attacks. And oh, hold on a minute, did we have a bee attack in the Kenyan case? Oh yes, we did. Now isn't this getting a bit more than scary? Yeah, this girl's been bothering me. Might he have a point or two? But as an individual, by far the biggest pointer that there could be a ghost working here is the fact that everything has gone wrong since the murder of Chris Msando. Yeah, it's widely believed he was murdered in connection to in connection with the computer system he was running for the IBC. Now that has gone all wrong because all that work which was done was just nullified by the Supreme Court. Yeah, nothing went right. Yeah, everything has just gone terribly, terribly, terribly wrong. Yeah, and that should be clear for everybody to see. So it just makes me wonder, could this story of the ghost of Chris Msando still wandering amongst us be true? Well, I've given you the pointers. And you know, we all believe different things. Some people believe ghosts don't exist, but those are the facts. Until next time, this is Chris Kumekucha.